Traders, welcome to lesson 3 of the Trader's Toolbox to Profits. So, today we're going to be talking about how to draw trend lines accurately and how people have been using trend lines incorrectly in the past. I've just made a short, small drawing for you guys to understand how the market works. So, in the past two lessons, we spoke about support and resistance and also IC strategies. So it's very important for you guys to understand how we use trend lines in the Forex market. Now, normally in the Forex market, we will always have a lower low at the bottom, then we will have a higher low, okay, and then we will have another higher low at the bottom. So this is how the market works. It's making a lower low, a higher low, a higher low. Basically, that's how the market works. Now, in order for us to profit off these kinds of markets, when the markets are ranging or trending like this, it's very, very easy for you guys to understand how the market works if you guys watched lesson 1 and lesson 2. Now, in the past, I've seen many, many people when they're drawing their trend line, they're basically going from the low. So when we want to draw our trend line, we need to always make sure that we go from the lowest low of the pair, where the pair is at the lowest point, because that is our strong dynamic support. Okay, so once we have our lowest low, we can use that as our dynamic support. So let's take our trend line and go from the lower low. And I've seen many people in the past doing this as well. They're basically trying to touch the wicks of the candles only in order to get the dynamic support of the market. Now, I will tell you guys that this is incorrect. This is the incorrect way, and we should not draw our trend line like this. This is a no-no. This is definitely not good way to do it. Why? Because yes, we have one touch over here, and we have a second touch over here, but that doesn't give us any confluence in the market or any accurate market that we are trading in. So basically, my strategy to join trendline is you're basically going to use that lowest low that we just spoke about over here. We're going to use this lowest low in order for us to get our dynamic support. So we take our low, we take our trend line and we move it across onto the bottom of the candle. Now, what I mean by the bottom of the candle, yes, it is cutting through the wick, but this is exactly what we want because we are still touching our dynamic support. The market will sometimes break through that trend line and then continue the push to the upside in this situation of a bullish market. Now, when I mean cut through the wicks, yes, you can cut through the wicks, but it's very, very important that we do not cut through candles. We do not cut through the body of the candle like this. This means that this support is definitely invalid. This dynamic support trend line is invalid. So what we are going to do is we basically going to cut through the wick of the candle only and not the body of the candle. So I repeat, we are going to cut through the wick of the candle but not the body of the candle. Now, if you guys already saw that we have much more confluence and much more better confluence than before. We have a nice touch at the bottom on the lowest low. Then on the higher high, we have another touch over here and we have another touch over here. So that is already 3 touches that give us confluence of a good dynamic support for the market. Now, what happens if we had moved our trend line instead and we just touched the bottom of that wick on the second impulse? What we would have seen is that yes, we would have had two touches over here, but the problem is we definitely missed this move around here because it didn't didn't basically touch our trend line over here. That's why I said people sometimes have been drawing the trend lines in the incorrect way, and it causes you guys to basically trade the wrong way too. So the way I draw it is we are always going to cut through the wicks of the candles, but we never ever cut through the body of the candle. Now, if I extend this where I had this trend line before and I extend it all the way to the up, all the way to the top, basically you guys would be able to see that we have much more confluence and much more um, dynamic support if we use the trend line in this way. So we have one touch. Okay, let me just change this for you guys so that you can see nicely. Okay, we have another touch over here, we have another touch over here, and we also have another touch over here and another touch over here. So this is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches of this dynamic support, and this is a very, very valid dynamic support for drawing trend lines accurately. Now, if you had drawn it the way before, like I showed you guys before, then you would have missed this. You would have missed this move, or you would have missed an entry of this move over here, and you basically would have to chase your trade in order to get your profits to the upside or to a bullish market like this. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you guys is when you draw the trend lines, you are allowed to cut through the wicks of the candles, but do not cut through the body of the candle. If you cut through the body of the candle, then this is basically it's an invalid dynamic support area. Okay, and this is a definite invalid dynamic support area. So basically, when you draw your trend lines, you need to go from the lowest low. Like I said to you guys before, you need to go from the lowest low and look for the next high. Okay, the next lowest high, then you can start to draw your dynamic support. Okay, let's show you if this move over here, if this move over here from here, if this move over here did not happen yet, and you wouldn't know that this move happened. What we expect from the market, if we had drawn our trend line like this and we waited for the market in this zone over here, we would never have got into the market because the market never touched our trend line, so we would have missed the trade. Now the best way to do it, and the best way to basically trade and profit from the market, is if you have your trend line like this. Basically, you could basically expect the next move. You could already know what the next move of the market is going to be because you already have good confluence of previous two touches over here. So previous three touches over here will give you a good confidence that the market will come down and touch your trend line 2 or 3 times. Now, just to show you guys on an example, um, I'll show you guys a live example of Australian dollar CAD, just to show you guys how exactly what I mean, and also if you guys like and enjoy this video, make sure that you guys check my Facebook page out and also check my um, website out where we have different educational materials and also good analysis for you guys to profit off the market. So let's go to the chart and let's check it out. Okay, so let's have a look at this move over here. So remembering what I said to you guys before about the touches and where the touches are in the market. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our trend line. We're going to take our trend line from this high over here, okay, because that's the highest high in this move, and we will move our trend line down to the downside. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our trend line, put it on the highest high of that move, and we're going to move our trend line down to the downside. Okay, so basically what you guys can see about this move is that the market basically came down. It basically respected this area of it basically respected this area and then decided to break out, and you could have entered the market around this area over here. Now, if you guys liked my video, and hope you guys liked my video, don't forget to leave a like and share on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. Check it out. um, that's all from us from today. We'll speak to you guys next time.